I've got a 90% lean ground beef. Usually I use 80-20, but the reason I like it a little bit leaner for this recipe is the fact that I've got eggs and cheese going into the middle of these meatballs, and I don't want them coming out too greasy. The first thing I'll do is cube the cheese. So I'll set this aside because I'm going to use this to stuff into my meatballs. Now we'll take the ground beef and mix it with some crushed tortilla chips. What I did here is just put them into a Ziploc bag and crush them with a rolling pin. This will replace our breadcrumbs in this recipe. I've got 1 packet of taco seasoning, easy enough, and then 2 eggs. Now I'm going to put gloves on just because it does get a little messy. The other option is you could put it into a stand mixer with a paddle attachment. I'm just going to mix until I can tell all the ingredients are well incorporated and the seasoning is evenly distributed throughout. Now that I've got everything thoroughly incorporated into this meatball mixture, I'm going to portion it out into 24 equal portions. So I've got a baking dish and I've got a measuring cup that's a 1/4 cup. And we'll use this to roughly portion out these meatballs. And the reason I portioned this out ahead of time was to ensure that the meatballs are all the same size and I have enough for all the cubes of cheese. Now we'll get to stuffing the meatballs. Now we'll grab a portion of the meat, start to lay it flat, and then I'll take a cube of cheese, press it down into the middle, and wrap the ground beef right around it. Now once that's in the center, just kind of roll it into a ball shape and put it right back into that baking dish. We'll do this with each one until all the cheese is used up. Next, we'll just add the enchilada sauce right on top. I'm trying to go between the meatballs a little bit to ensure that they're swimming in that sauce as they cook. And now we'll go into a 350-degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes. I just pulled the enchilada meatballs out of the oven and some of the cheese is kind of oozing out, but there's plenty in there, so I wouldn't be worried about that. Sour cream can be a little messy to deal with. I'll put it into the bag, get it all down to one side of the bag, take some kitchen shears, just cut the tip of that bag off, and then I can just squeeze it right onto these meatballs. That way you get that sour cream kind of evenly distributed over across the top. Got some of these scallions that I cut up earlier, so I'll just garnish over the top. And there you go, the finishing touches on the enchilada meatballs. So remember to like and comment below on what you thought about these recipes, and we'll see you next time in the test kitchen.